My beautiful viewers on E360, how are you feeling? I am excited. We have an amazing spotlight author here today, and she is amazing. I cannot wait for all of you to meet her, to find out about her book and how she is making this incredible world of us a much better place. But, I would love to give our panelists or my co-host time to introduce themselves, and then we will ask Rene to introduce themselves. My beautiful miracle man, Howard, please introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from.
Thank you, Sinette, my dancing queen. Welcome, Renee. We're very oh, she popped out. She'll be back, I hope. We're basically live TV globally in like 4 countries right now, maybe 5, and so she'll be back. I am Howard Brown. I am affectionately and known as Mr. Shining Brightly. Mr. Shining Brightly. Put those shades on. Use your light to shine brightly. Lift up yourself. Go lift up others. And I am the author of my book and memoir, Shining Brightly, and I am an international award-winning motivational speaker, and I have a podcast that just travels around the globe called The Shining Brightly Show that we talk about human resolve, the lessons learned, and we have a lot of inspiration every week. So I'm so glad to be here, my dancing queen, and I love our family. Thank you.
Thank you. My beautiful rosebud.
Yes, thank you so much. So, my name is Krista, also known as Rosebud, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm the author of Amazon #1 best-selling book, Skip the Pain, Experience the Pleasure, Cut the Crap That's Holding You Back so you can live the life you love. I'm also a speaker, a nutritionist, and an energy worker, and I help people shift their mindset to find meaning in their life despite their pain. And let's just face it, we all have pain. Could be physical, like me having chronic pain. It could be grief. It could be financial, relationship. It really doesn't matter. I've been there. And I know that one key thing I've learned is that you're stronger than your circumstances. So by embracing your pain and finding a way to cut out what's holding you back, you may be the one to change someone's life. So very excited to be here.
Wow,
Nice.
incredible. My beautiful Laura.
Hi, everybody. Well, you know how I feel about this family, so it's always an honor and a privilege to be here. I'm a thought energy empowerment leader around the world. I focus on thought energy, which of course activates mindset and human development. We are all storytellers and writers and authors. The science of empowerment, as you can see behind me, I travel all around the world virtually speaking on how to live an empowered life so we may empower our world. So thank you. It's a privilege. It's an honor every week to be here with such a beautiful group of people. And I'm looking forward to our author, but I think she got cut out for a moment. So
Hopefully
let's
she's
try to get
coming
her
back.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, my beautiful Howard, you have met beautiful Renee already. So, please tell us about your interaction with Renee, and then I will go and see if I can follow up with her to tell her, come back, and
Okay, well, I will. I just wanted to, first of all, welcome Laura back from her European travels.
Thank
I
you.
also want to let Krista know that we know that it was the Canadian Thanksgiving, and have to
Yeah.
be so grateful. So I want to honor that because I thought about you on Thanksgiving for the Canadian, and we're only 20 minutes apart, but separated by the Detroit River in Michigan, and she's over in Ontario. And then also, Sinette, I would love for you to introduce yourself as well. I know she's trying to find Renee.
let me quickly do that. Renee said there's a problem with her Wi-Fi, so I will just follow up with her again just now. So I am Sanette from Rudolph. I am from South Africa, but currently I am in your future, New Zealand. And I am truly blessed to be here. My newest grandson, Zachary, was 2 weeks old yesterday. And I am living the dream by spending so much time with Zayden. He is 4. And my beautiful Xander, he is 9. So for me, I am in rhythm. I'm in rhythm. have my books and nothing in front of me. No, I
Nope.
just want to say, all over to you. Thank you, my beautiful
Sure.
Howard.
So, well, we're waiting for Renee to get back. I'll let you know that the world is actually smaller than you think. So, I met Renee on a television program as well. It was a community programming, and she said that my shining brightly, my symbols and my brand, she was just enamored. And so we made a time to meet and have a coffee chat. And I don't have the record of Sinette's 526 coffee chats this year, but I have a lot. And I found out some really interesting facts, okay? Because who's ever heard of yoga for face? Yoga, the number 4, face. I have not as well. And I had heard about yoga and things like that. And I got to learn from Renee her story. Okay, her story of being a professional handball player in Germany and the wear and the tear that it took on her body. She was also, in relationships. She's had 3 miscarriages, and she's had quite a story. But she also came out of all that very worn. Okay, and I can tell you that being a 2-time cancer survivor, it takes a toll on you emotionally, mentally, physically, right? Sometimes financially, and definitely in relationships. And she decided to take charge and transform herself. And I did a little research from her book, and I had no idea, and maybe you didn't either. 60 muscles in our face?
I know.
I had no idea. Also, I learned, right? It takes 17 muscles to laugh, and it takes 43 muscles to sulk. It's much easier to laugh than it is to sulk.
Yes.
So I thought that was quite incredible. And so she uses yoga and mindset training and healing to be able to actually rejuvenate yourself and be able to pick yourself back up and from and she uses essential oils, but to remove wrinkles, to strengthen your face. She has all these exercises. I hope she'll come back on and do some. She has really cool names for the exercises like kissy face and things like that. And I hopefully she'll be able to demonstrate to us there. But I just found her to really help people simply through these simple pages of her book. She is able to help you through these techniques and all that, and it's just amazing. I don't know what you guys also felt in
And
reading her
bringing
book.
awareness, right, Howard and Krista? I know Sinette's busy on that side, but bringing awareness to, I loved the 43 muscles to sulk and the 17 to laugh. And for me, really looking into negative and positive energies and how much simpler and easier and joyful is it to laugh and the amount of energy it takes to sulk. And this is so much of what we go through on a daily basis. And I love that because now people who maybe don't understand mindset and connectivity and mind body consciousness, now we can start to understand like what happens to our face and what shows on our face, right? Through our emotions. And so I think it's really such a unique way, again, that when we spotlight authors, we get to really have positive effect on so many people because how many of us really sit there and think even putting your hands on your face and she talks about whether you're pulling on the eyes and how you massage and how you hold a neck and all of these really great techniques and tools that we can use every day just to soften some of the wear and tear of life. So I think it's an amazing book and I really hope we get her back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I could
what do you
talk a
think,
little bit
Krista?
about yeah, a
Oh,
little bit about my takeaways. So absolutely, when I first saw it, I'm like, yoga for face? Like, what are we going to be doing? But after not only hearing her story from before and how she picked herself back up and the wear and tear, like you said, Howard, it has on her body, she did the research. It wasn't like she went and got Botox or she went and got a facelift or, one of those things. She did the research on how to improve herself. And it wasn't only physical. So that's what was like really hit me, it was having to deal with her mindset and how it affected other people. And like Laura, when both you guys were talking about the amount of muscles it takes when we sulk, and the amount of muscles it takes, when we smile, I ended up reflecting a lot of how many times do I smile? Like it actually brought to my consciousness as I went out during the day, and I would be in line, at a store, and looking around at the lineup, people are like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
so.
sitting there. Yeah. And I'm thinking, and it's so true. And how she said it is not, it almost becomes like a permanent setback place where we go to. And I thought, what am I looking at? Because I just read her book. So I'm probably going too. So I literally just kind of put a little smile on. It wasn't like this over like, put a little smile on, and looked at the next person, and just kind of a gentle little smile. So they smiled back, and it kind of had that ripple effect she talked about. And I noticed my emotions started going up, and it kind of started spreading through everybody else's emotions as they started interacting. And physically, I've been more conscious about doing some of these exercises that, hopefully we can talk about, because I would never know, a simple pen or pencil could help you so much. And so I've been trying to work on this, because it's not only about keeping our youth. It's about keeping our appearance and everything we have as healthy as we can, because really when it comes down to it, what's your first impression is what you see, right? So having that, keeping our appearance as clean as possible, coming from the inside out, was truly remarkable. So that's some of the insights I got.
Wow.
Nice.
So let us just hear if Renee can hear us. Renee, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
we can hear you. So, my beautiful Howard, let us start. Just ask Renee your first question, my beautiful one.
So, first of all, Renee, we've been already discussing the show and tell book of how impactful it can be, because you lay down such a beautiful path to be able to right away start making positive change to yourself. So, please just also do a quick introduction of yourself, and then we'll start with the first question.
Okay, I'm just like thinking, what is about my picture? Can we try that? Or it's just like the video, what's going
You
on
have to
there?
turn it on.
It's on your side, my beautiful Renee, because on my side it shows it should be working, but I cannot do anything on my side. So it must be something on your side.
Just
Okay.
look. Uh,
Video is below, and you just click the down arrow, and then you try to basically enable your camera, because you were here before.
Yeah.
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 So
So while you're
right now
doing
it's on.
that, while you're looking for that, introduce yourself, since we're on live TV.
Okay. So my name is Rene. I'm Maurice Eiserman. And I'm the founder of Yoga for Face. So I was creating a method that helped me to change my life with my smile. And so I was 22 years a professional athlete. So I was learning everything from head to toe, how to train your body, and also how to be very mentally strong and focused on your goals. And what I was not recognizing this time is your body is your best friend, and you have to take care, and you have to listen to your body. And I was not listening to my body. So I did everything to fulfill my obligations for the team. So I had to be on Sunday, on Saturday, ready to play. So I did everything to just like really accomplish the goals, the setups, what we had, and until I broke. When I was 31, I completely, my body was shut down. I was not able to walk pain-free. I really had to sit down, learn really to breathe, and to say, okay, what's going on, and all the medications and the injections and all the stuff I've been doing for a reason, I was thinking this is a good reason, um, was just like destroying myself. And yoga and Pilates was just like helping me getting back in my body system, learning to be patient, learning to be really learning what do I need. And I was rebuilding my whole body from head to toe. So this is why I know so much about the body work and how you can rebuild everything in 7 years. And now you got the glasses on. Yeah, thank you.
Goosebumps, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Um, so you are the master, so you can design everything. So I was redesigning everything, and then it was life giving me the next challenge, because after losing this identity, being an athlete, so I was the girl that was on the newspaper Mondays and Fridays, and so everybody was talking about the handball player, the athlete. So, but after I was losing everything, I had also to question myself who I am without all this parts that was just on the outside showing up, like the accomplished gold. And so there were a lot of things just like rebuilding everything. And then I was going for my second dream, having the right man, going for family and having kids, and just like I gave up my career, and I was just like, okay, now I want to teach all my knowledge, and I can stay home and we can travel the world. And we were just like, I was having this amazing idea of a new life, and even I was pretty brave, because I was quitting my job before I got pregnant, before we got married, so we were engaged, and I was so sure about everything, and that was so clear in my mind. And when it happened that to marriage, our wedding points, no dates, we skipped, or he skipped, because he was just like, nah, no, I think no, I don't want now. So he was just like putting it out, and the and the pregnancies ended up pretty early, and I was doing so much again in my whole life. I was doing so much for accomplishing this goal and going for my dreams, and at the end I was staying there and was feeling a little bit just like not wanted, not enough, abandoned. And I was just like, I was building up everything from scratch. So I found myself like getting really grumpy really, just like, and I was just like, no, this is, if you stay in this, and that was showing up in my face even. This is where I was recognizing. So when I was 42, I was rebuilding everything, and now it's just like I was doing so much hard work, and then everything was showing up in my face. So I was having a nice body, but my face was totally destroyed. And if you go on my website, or even maybe we can share these pictures, you can see that my face was totally destroyed. And I was just like, holy moly, I can't believe what I see in the mirror in the morning. So I was having this morning where that was really just like an awakening moment, looking in the mirror and seeing myself. And I was just like, oh, okay, I was restarting. I was thinking, because I was leaving the situation. So I was giving up this man, I was giving up this dream. So I was rebuilding, and I was just like, if I don't like what I see in the mirror, and I was so sure and so just like faithful to rebuild everything, and I was like, but if I don't like what I see in the mirror, this is not good. And when everybody is talking about the aging process, you can't go away, you just can use Botox and surgery. And I was just like, I can't believe that. This is just like, this is not happening. This was a nightmare.
Renee, before you go into that, I
Yeah.
need to read you something, and then you can fiddle there with your camera. But while you were looking in the mirror, I'm so sorry, my beautiful miracle man. Let me quickly read this. When you say that you look in the mirror and you didn't like what you see, but you made a change. So I'm going to read something from your book. Just give me 1 second. And then you can look at your camera. The beauty and drama, how to discover your own beauty. The central question, what makes you believe you are not beautiful enough? So that, my beautiful lady, in itself is beautiful because I tell everybody they are beautiful. And the other one, much nicer than you, therefore get all the things you crave. But the truth is, we can redefine ourselves every day to awaken and rebuild our own beauty. I love that. With yoga for face, you will learn to feel better. You will develop a new awareness of yourself at all levels. I love that. Because the yoga four phase, the letter four phase concept actually unites all levels. So this, my beautiful Renee, was totally goosebumps for me when I read it. Your face, your body, your mind, and your soul. How incredible! So this is what I really wanted to. Oh, she's gone now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
The
We could
listeners will hear.
lots
We're
to talk about.
representing Renee. We are representing her, even though we.
There she's back. I think
There
she's
she
Um,
back.
is.
So,
Yeah, we cannot see you, Renee, but don't stress. Just breathe, and we will continue the way that you are. So, Howard, you go.
yes.
You go.
So
So everyone repeat after me. Yoga.
Yoga
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 For
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 face.
faith.
Face. I want to tell you that I didn't know what a holistic facelift angel was until I met Renee. And I want Renee to tell everyone what the smile revolution is. And I'll stop there. What is the smile revolution, Renee?
Okay, the Smile Revolution, that is my 6-week program where I'm guiding you, I'm inviting you on a journey really to uncover your thoughts. They are connected to your face, your muscles, and all the movements. So it's just like exploring your face and your body from head to toe and just like rebuilding your smile in a total different way because you're connected to your heart. And this is just like a journey I I discovered on my own. So and yeah, so your smile, when it comes really, when you feel this in your heart, you will open closed doors and specific yours. And this is why it's so important that we start in the morning before we go in our work, before we leave our houses and homes, that we have this smile first for us, and then you can just like influence everybody else because you are the lighthouse and you will spread your message, your heart desire in a total different way, and people connect on a different level. So this is where the Smile Revolution is just like helping you to connect on a deeper level. So this is
It's
what how
amazing.
I would
Wait. Renee wants to show. I mean, Sinette, go ahead. Play it. Woo! Renee shared with me, okay, as we've talked before, that she's going to help millions of people regain their pride and their smile. And that makes the world a better place. Thank you for that. And Rosebud, what's your next?
Oh my goodness. First of all, I just want to give you kudos because I have not the same story, but similar feelings of losing my identity, going through some pain, and then having to reinvent myself. And so, one thing, and I said kind of in my introduction, not sure if you heard it, but one way or another, is about finding meaning despite our pain. And then I ended it with you never know what your pain, how you can inspire someone else's. And it was remarkable because I believe that was spirit led, because that's exactly what I feel you're doing. You are inspiring and making changes in other people's lives. So I wanted to just put that out there because you made a decision. You made a decision to change your life instead of sulking and instead of going for Botox. And first of all, you do look fantastic. I just have to put that out there. And I think that gives, for me anyway, kind of a lot of hope. So I do want to actually ask you a different question than I had. Because I see on where you have your title, Yoga for Face, but it says holistic uplift angel. So if you can explain a little bit what that title means, that would be great.
And that is amazing, the question. So I was changing a little bit. Like before, I was always saying about the facelift angel, but what I'm doing is I'm uplifting your whole body system, and your whole life will uplift. And this is
Yeah.
where um so I'm talking about just like the angel. You have magic tools in your hand. So your hands are your magic tools, and I'm teaching always how to turn your fingers in angel touching fingers, so that you are able to touch yourself in a different way. And this is where, when we start really to connect to ourselves. So touch yourself, just like touching others, it's a different part, but are you really able to touch yourself? And this is in my classes, or even when I was having the live workshops the last years, or when I was starting, I saw how cruel, like women specific, are working with their hands and their faces. And this is where I always say, you are the sweetest temptation. And it's just like learning to uplift yourself and be kind. And this is really like the key, being really kind and soft. And this is where also the muscles opening up in a different way. So this is where it's not pushing harder. It's really just like specific, as the female energy is really just like, we have to flow, we have to open up the receiving part, and then the glowing is coming in a total different way. So the magic is happening. This is why I say the holistic uplift,
Yes,
becoming really
that
and
is
understanding what the body needs.
absolutely perfect because I deal holistically as well, and so when that's what caught my attention was holistically, because I was looking at yoga for face, and you're right, you could have named it so many other things, but it's not just the face. Holistically dealing with mind, body, spirit, everything, emotions. So I thought that was fantastic, and I wanted our listeners to kind of hear your explanation about it. So excellent answer, thank you. Laura.
Well, I am trying to contain my thought energy. I have so many things that I want to talk about, and I'm trying to like calm the sensory down. There's so many points of mind, body, consciousness connectivity throughout this entire book. But I'm a quote person. I've got over 1,000 quotes from the Science of Empowerment. I'm always gravitating towards quotes. I think they are a way of really empowering each other, because it just gives us this beautiful insight into the author of a book. You chose this quote: "The spirit builds the body." And this resonates so deeply with me. I've been athletic my whole life. My brother's a former USA Olympic gymnastics coach. We have a neuromuscular training facility. And when you talk about moving the body on that high level frequency to perform, we do end up neglecting the awareness to the other aspects, the heart coherence, the spiritual coherence, the emotional coherence. And I found it very interesting that even though your body started to give out, it wasn't until you had to face it that really empowered you to make the transformation. So I'd like to ask you how you can express empowerment for the listeners who keep getting knocked against the wall a little bit through bad relationships, unfortunate miscarriages, pushing the body, pushing. And it sometimes takes two or three times to awaken that connection. What is something you can maybe offer the listening audience that there might be someone out there that needs that little extra kind of support system from someone like yourself that has really gone through it? Something that can help them make that transition the way you have.
Um, I'm just like want to point something out, and this is the inner voice. So when I'm really honest with myself, I was getting the information that I have to quit quit, that I have to stop, that I have to change something. But I was really ignoring this voice, and that is where the ego kicks in. So
Yep.
no, we have to do. We just like no, and I'm, or even like the feeling when it comes up. Oh, I don't give up. It's just like I just need this more. It's really sit down and learn really to breathe and ask your body, and then it's just like really. I mean, this is what I'm teaching right now, and this is so important that you ask and that you sit down, that you breathe. And I had really to learn to sit for 5 minutes, do nothing. And if you are not able to do that, this is the first step I want to encourage you. Sit down 5 minutes, get the clock, and breathe, and just like ask yourself and your body also, what do you need right now?
I love this. To sit down and be in relation with yourself. Ask yourself, what do you need? I think is such an empowerment skill and tool to offer the listening audience. So thank you so much.
Thank you, my beautiful Laura. So, my beautiful Renee, I love that you dedicated your book to your grandmother, two grandmothers. I am a grandmother. I am the best grandmother. I tell,
Umi.
yeah, Omi, I'm the great best grandmother for my three little boys. So I just wanted to say, how did your grandmothers influenced you to dedicate this amazing book of you to both of them?
Oh, yeah, that's a very, very deep question. So I hope you are ready for this. And I also, before I skipped out, I remember the other question about the designing part I want to pick up later. But first, my grandmothers. So one, the one grandmother, she was a farmer. So and she was just like, I grew up just like picking the eggs and just like going in the trees and grabbing the apples and the beers. And so I know like how it is on a farm and when everything is fresh. And she was always, because her husband, so my grandfather was in World War I and World War II, so they were having tough times. And she was just like so, before she was starting the morning, she was lying in her bed, just like moving the joints and the feet. And so she was doing her gymnastics thing. And I remember, so I was getting so much knowledge from her, and I was just like, we kids were just like laughing what grandma is doing, just like moving. And so, and she was really like the health grandma. So she was so dedicated to the health in every single way, even just like going for exercising and taking care and doing her hair and dressing herself up, and just, so that was just like so beautiful to see. And my other grandma, she was the total opposite. So she was drinking, smoking. she she ate, so she ate everything. So, and the difference to visit these grandmas, the one grandma, my healthy grandma, so she was very organized, structured, and we had rules. We had really rules to follow. And that was, as a kid, not so cool. So I enjoyed spending the time with the other grandma because we were able to do anything we want, sitting for the TV, getting just like tea with a lot of sugar. So that was just like amazing. So she was cooking everything we were wishing for. So, and when we get older and the aging part, you could see the difference between these two ladies. So, and I remember, even just like, I was my healthy grandma, so she was getting new knees, and I was just like massaging her feet, and her skin was so incredible soft. And that was just like really, this woman was so inspiring, and I'm so close to her, and I look also very familiar to her. So when I see her picture, so I can see her
Wow.
very clear, and I can see me. And the other grandma was just like always. I love her, and she was amazing, but she was always a little bit stinky. So always, even if she was showering, and even the clothing part, and so that was just like, this was so obvious what the daily habits are doing on a long term. So yeah, and I was always thinking, okay, so the other grandma was going to do the hundreds pretty easy, and so this why I'm so close to both of them, and the other part why my healthy grandma committed suicide. So this is now the yeah. So she committed suicide. So we have a lot of suicide things in the family, because her second son was also committed suicide, and she was not getting over this pain, this loss, this that was just like, that was so much for her. And I totally understand, I totally feel her, and I know what she's been through in her whole life. And that was just like, so she was just like, I can't take anymore. And she was so in this pain and this trauma. And I remember nobody understood her pain and her drama. So I think I was the only person who was just like getting a little bit an idea, because we had different scenarios, even like in the different, with the different family members. So there were different stories, but I become a deeper understanding. If you are not going for your dreams, if you are gaslighting yourself, if you are just like even having no idea and not stepping up for yourself, speaking the truth. So that was something where I become a deep understanding. And even when I was in the situation, because when I had to face the two weddings, they were not happening, and the miscarriages, and I was giving up my career job. I was telling my parents, this is the guy I'm going for. I was telling my boss, this is the guy I'm going with. So because I'm so right. And then I had to face also the situation that, okay, but I was wrong. So, and I was there, I was getting just like, even like the grumpy face and feeling not so good. And I was just like, I remember the thought, losing my face. This is what I'm talking about. This is showing up in your face. So all your drama, all your stories, everything where you betray yourself, where you're not stepping up, where you even just like even making a mistake. You make a mistake, even going about your value system. So when I was there, and I was just like, okay, shit, I can jump also out of the window, because I was in in Austria, like in the end part where German speaking languages, and I'm coming from the north, and I was just like, so I have to even face in the mirror. So I was wrong. I was totally wrong with everything what I was thinking. I'm so clever, or I'm so committed. So I had to face that. And with the situation with my grandma, and I was just like, no, it's just like, there must be a different way. So I mean, I decided to step up. I was taking a white paper, and I had to rebuild my whole life. And this is, at the end, Yoga for Faith is everything from the drama and from the teardrops I've been through, where I can tell you, every day you can decide to rebuild everything, even your body system, your face. It's just like everything, but it's just like, please start working and change your life with your smile. It's just like your smile. That was my lifesaver. In between, focusing, when you go to dark times, focus on your smile, because your body will shift. Your body will follow, just like even like your thoughts and your messages. So this is where Yoga for Faith is. It's very deep. So and what I can help is just like guiding you if you are in a tough situation. So there is a tomorrow, but you have to decide. You have to stand up for your dreams, for your goals, and just do the work, because you are amazing and you are uniquely made. So, and no matter what other people are telling you, maybe. So I mean, I know how it feels if you are not wanted, if you're getting abandoned, if you if people are telling, so you are a worse person. So I know that. So, but you have to look in the mirror and to start loving yourself and supporting yourself. So that's the change.
Incredible. I just wanted to say I've got goosebumps. And I did bring from Canva, I bring your photographs in so that people can see your beautiful face. Howard, are you ready for your speed round, my beautiful?
I am. I am. I want you to get the paparazzi stick ready because Renee, they're showing a picture of you smiling in your fabulous blue dress. I want to say that this book, okay, is the impact is a book of action. It's a show and tell book. You tell your story and you give people the chances to go through the facial muscle training, the core reset, the mind clearing, the breathing, and the meditation. It's a book of action. And I just want to tell you, when we look in the mirror, we can now actually say mantras, but also take action with some of the beautiful things that you do to uplift people. So we're going to do something called the speed round because we're getting later in the show. I'm going to say a couple of words, and you're just going to give me short reaction answers. Okay? Are you ready?
Okay.
All right. So the word is natural.
It's everything. So
Your
It's
answer
every,
is it's everything. Okay.
no,
okay.
All right.
okay.
I just wanted to, you said it's natural. Here is paparazzi, Renee. I hope you are giving us a pose. Here we go.
Woohoo.
Woo!
All right. The next word, Renee, is beauty.
Beauty comes from within, and you decide what is beauty.
Thank you. The,
Ready?
the next the next word is radiance.
Yes, we have to learn that we are more than we can touch, and radiance is just like shining brightly.
Oh, thank you. All right. And then I have two more. The next one is called yummy face.
Oh yes, the yummy face. So your your tongue is the most important muscle in your face. It's just like enjoy yourself. The yummy face is just like starting enjoying and being playful.
I want people to buy the book so they know the exercise of yummy face. It's amazing. I love it. All right, last one for me is the wow effect.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Um, when it gets when we have tough times, we can bite on the table, so or we are just like getting small. And I want to encourage you the next time when you feel like oh shit is happening, say wow, because the wow is opening up and is turning everything around, and it's the best facial exercise
We're saying
to
it, we're all doing
activate.
it. Wow, wow. And it changes your
Wow.
muscles in your face.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
wow.
wow,
Opening.
Wow.
Wow.
wow. Thank you, my
So
beautiful Renee. I have to tell you, your people need to get your book and get into your programs because like just by saying wow, I've opened up endorphins. I'm breathing. It's great. So thank you so much, and thanks for playing the speed round.
Rosebud?
Yeah, thank you so much. And Laura, thank you for stealing my quote. And that's how you know this is live because this always happens. So I'm just going to say another quick quote, and you can give me a little bit of, how what it meant for you to put this in. So it is under the gift for your body. The people who do not take any time for their health in daily life will one day spend a lot of time with illness. And I can so relate to that. So, if you can tell me a little bit more about why you decided to put that particular quote in and what it means to you.
okay, people always tell me I don't have time for this. Or so I don't have time to make a break or whatever. So and I will tell you if you don't take the break, if you don't take care in the good times or when you're healthy, this is just like the following action that is happening. So if you don't make a break and you don't take the time for your body will get the time, but in a way of it gets sick and you get ill. So if you don't take the breaks in the good thing, this is where we have, this is what I really have want to bring in the word, we have to understand. So you can't
Yeah.
play with your body. You have really to be responsible, and you are the chief. And if you are not becoming best friend with your body and listening, yeah, so then it's just like it's getting in a different direction. You can choose which direction you want to go. It's just like I encourage you to take time. This is where I
Fantastic.
always say time. I say time for me, it's the most amazing thing during the day. So, and I have people, they tell me they don't have time. I say, okay,
Yeah.
you listen.
No, that's great because one thing I always say is resting is being productive too. So, bringing that awareness. So, thank you for bringing that to our audience. Fantastic.
Laura?
All
Yes, there's so much that you have shared, Renee. I agree with Howard by the book. It is amazing. It is not a typical yoga related book. There is the story, the foundation. But for me, and I can tell you have tapped into an energetic force. There's a language that I recognize differently than just the written word throughout this book. And now meeting with you, now I know why I felt the way I did when I was reading it. But I think it's such a beautiful first step for some people. It's a gentle way to remind everyone that the eyes do see what is sometimes not there if we take a moment to listen. So I just want to give you an opportunity. If there was one tool or one skill or one insight that you could offer the listening audience to begin the process to listen more and tune more into that inner beauty, what would it be?
Okay, first of all, I'm asking you really to sit down and not crossing legs, not crossing arms, and just like be for a second. Start with a second, and then we go to 60 seconds. So just like sit and just like, okay, feel the feet on the ground. Are you able to feel your feet? And breathe. So just like breathing, feel the feet, feel your sit bones, and then just like go to the top of your head and just like sit and feel. Are you connected? Do you feel your body from head to toe? This is where everything is starting. Are you in your body system right now? Can you feel yourself? And then is my next question, how does it feel in your face? Are you able to feel what's going on in your face? So, because you're communicating with your face. So, and now I'm just like, invite you really just focus on your on your cheeks. So give me a little smile. Give me a little smile. So, and breathe. So, and let go. Are you able to breathe? In and out. So, this is
Thank
where just sitting, enjoying yourself, this is where the journey is starting.
I love the simplicity, and it always comes back right to the life force, our breath.
Yeah.
Taking the time to connect with our breath. And that's why I wanted to almost reiterate the skill behind what you've written about. It really is important to settle the mind and relax the muscles, right? Activate the biology on one level. And the only way you can do that is really to sit still and listen to the messaging that the body is telling you. I think you've really done that so beautifully in the book. So thank you, Renee. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my beautiful Renee. It was amazing. Thank you, my beautiful life force. You are incredible with your questions. Thank you, my rosebud and my miracle man. So, my beautiful Renee, how are you feeling?
I'm excited. I'm excited. That was awesome. That was everything else expecting.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my
So
beautiful Renee. I just quickly want to make sure that I showcase you again because we could
Woo!
the camera could not come on. But my beautiful Renee, for me, you are a miracle. For me, you are making the world so much, so much better. You help people to tap into their own beauty. And that's amazing because when they start loving themselves and going within, then they experience miracles. My beautiful viewers on E360, I hope you enjoyed our show today. Please go and buy Renee's book. So, Renee, will you say to the people out there in German to go and buy your book? They will love it.
Yes, the German book is the printed version, and it's soft touch. Even if this was not my book, I would say I love even to touch this book because my publisher was really just like great, just like choosing even like the paper. So I feel very blessed about that. And even if the English one, it's an ebook, so you can get that. If you need anything, you always can have a free call, and we can see if I can support you. So if you want to have results, you have to do the work every single day. If there's something you don't like in your body, in your face, whatever, you can redesign that. And you have just like the golden cut. So you want to be uniquely made. You don't want to look like the neighbor. Yeah. So just like, please remember you're uniquely made and you have something to tell the world, and your face is your biz card. So this is what I wanted to bring
I
Beautiful.
on
love
the
it.
point. And here I'm turning 50 next week, so I was always saying my 50 is going to be better than my 40 was, and I'm right. So you have to focus on what you want to create. You are the boss, you are the creator of your life. So if you need inspiration, so I have a lot of in my toolbox. Yeah.
Wow, I love it. So, Renee, are you ready for a dance?
Oh yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
My beautiful miracle man, my beautiful rosebud, and my beautiful Laura, will you have a dance with me?
Absolutely. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Our viewers, will you have a dance with us? They said yes, they said yes. Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a
Renee,
moonbeam or
smiling.
squinting in the sun.
Please
Bye,
smile.
everyone.
Sprinkle
Smile.
me
Bye,
with
everyone.